When I was 12 years old and very Mormon, I did something called baptisms for the dead. These happen in a Mormon temple, and when you walk in, there is a baptismal font that is resting on the backs of 12 oxen. These oxen represent the 12 tribes of Israel, which as a 12-year-old I was helping to gather by baptizing people who have passed on. When you step into the font, they put a little piece of paper underneath a camera so that the name is projected in front of the person who is baptizing you. This name is the name of someone who really once existed at some point in human history. Mormons believe that literally every person who's ever existed on the face of the earth should be baptized as a Mormon. However, most people didn't get the chance to learn about Mormonism, and so Mormons do something called baptisms for the dead, which is basically a proxy baptism where you are getting baptized in the place of the person's soul who has passed on. While most people think that sounds a little sketchy, Mormons believe that once that person's name is baptized, they get the choice to accept it or reject it in the afterlife, so really it's all okay. Before they allowed me in the font, though, they had to make sure that I was up to the standard of someone who's about to be baptized. This included not allowing me to wear colored nail polish, and when you're in the bathroom getting dressed in your white jumpsuit, they have a little bottle of nail polish remover and some cotton balls that can make sure that every single girl removes her nail polish before she gets into the font. They also have a little jar of scrunchies because if your hair tie is black or pink or blue or any number of colors, they make you remove it and put on a white scrunchie because you cannot be wearing any color when you're baptized. Once you're in, you get baptized between 5 to 10 to 15 times. The reason for this is that there have been a lot of people who have existed in human history, and so there's a lot to get through, and so they need to be efficient. So as I'm getting baptized back when I was 12, they dunk you many times. They say the words to the prayer, which I'll show below, and after they say the prayer, they dunk you for each person who you're getting baptized for that day. 2 men watch off to the side the entire time to make sure that the ordinance is done correctly. Mormons believe you have to get baptized by immersion all the way beneath the water, so if even a tiny little toe pops up, the baptism is considered invalid and the men make you do it again. Once you step out, you are drenched in water, and while the water is quite warm, once you step out, you get cold immediately. And so as a 12-year-old girl in a thin white jumpsuit drenched in cold air, you can only imagine what happens and how humiliating it feels.